Today I'm going to open and check out my new Groove ring. This is from Groove Life. Now this is a kind of like a backup or alternative wedding ring you can get that's made out of silicone. And I just discovered this company when I was looking up silicone rings because I wanted to get one because I don't always like to wear my metal wedding ring. Usually don't wear it when I'm doing an opening or card video. I don't think I've ever really worn it for a video at all. And reason is it just, it kind of limits my manual dexterity here, and I don't want to worry about scratching up a card or it just kind of getting in the way, or I can kind of feel it there, right? So there are some activities too, like if I'm going to be on a boat or something, I'm going to be doing something where I'm going to be holding onto a metal railing, and there's a risk of like scratching my ring or just kind of being out there and getting in the way, then, I might take it off that day or not wear it for that activity. So I decided I'd go ahead and get a silicone ring. My wife got one for similar kinds of outings for her, and that's when I discovered this and bought it, so we're going to look at it today. This is very similar to, this is a real quick aside, to wearing gloves. Sometimes you see people wear gloves when they wear like old alpha magic packs and things like that. And I read in an article that historians and things who work with paper documents will not wear those kinds of gloves when they're handling paper documents, because it does, when you wear those gloves, it limits your dexterity on your finger, so you cannot handle the cards as carefully. I've seen people comment on Instagram too when they see like CGC grading cards not wearing gloves. See comments like, "Oh, why aren't you wearing gloves?" Well, it limits their dexterity. I wouldn't want them grading my card with gloves on, because those latex gloves, because it might mean that they are going to nick the card on a corner or something, because they are not going to have that same kind of dexterity as when you're just using your fingers. So as long as you wash your hands and they're dry, they're not real oily or anything, you're going to be just fine not wearing gloves with that kind of stuff. Just be careful. Before we open up our package, so this is Groove Life. Here's their website. They got a Mother's Day sale going on. They have a lot of different options to choose from. You get some plain ones with just like a solid color, and then they have a lot of like designs and patterns and things. Now, I was watching a few YouTube videos on these, and apparently, like, if you get one with a design, it can wear off over time. Here's like a nomad ring. They have these kind of like camo or different kind of rustic designs, and other things too. You'll see with mine. But this does come, all these rings come with a 94-year warranty. And my understanding is if it wears off or something, or the silicone material is not wearing the same way, it's loosened or shrunk, or it just, it's hardened, then you can actually let them know and they will send you a brand new ring to replace it. Now, my question is, will that work the same with these collaboration rings? Because some of these I would guess are limited, right? So if you wait 5 years and it's not really wearing the same, are they going to be able to get you the same ring? That's kind of my question. I don't know the exact answer to that. I would just assume yes, that they'd be able to do that. But I got one of these Guy Harvey rings. I just wanted something a little bit fancier than a solid like gray or black ring, and I didn't want it to be too fancy. These have some like fishing designs, some marine animal designs on them. You can get them like a wider ring or a narrower ring, depending on your preference. And yeah, they're not too expensive. Mine was $40, around $40 when I bought it, and I also had like a welcome coupon that I could use to get a little discount. And they have a Mother's Day sale going on right now as well. So let's open this up and check it out. There it is. You are built for adventure. So we got a no-nonsense ring here. You'll be able to wear on any of those occasions where you're not really feeling confident wearing a metal ring, especially one like mine. Again, it's a little bit wider ring. And here we go. So we get a nice little box. Now, apparently, you get this box the first time you buy it, and if you replace it, they'll just send you the ring in a little bag, from what I saw on a YouTube video. All right, so here's the ring. So I did get the Guy Harvey collaboration ring, but I didn't get a really super fancy one. I got one just a little blue marlin on it. I just wanted something a little bit fancier, but I didn't want anything really extreme, and it's going to be very obvious if the design starts to wear off. So if this marlin wears off, it's just going to be a black ring. And you can see here underneath, this is where they get their name, these grooves that they put in the inner band of the ring, which allows airflow and makes it kind of feel a little bit more comfortable, and it's not going to hold in a lot of like sweat and things like that. It'll air out a little bit better. So it feels nice and soft. It says Guy Harvey right here on the other side, across from the marlin. Now, sizing for this rings is interesting because they don't do half sizes. I wear an 8.5 metal ring here, and they said basically if you are between sizes like that, you want to size down. So let's find out if this is going to fit right, because apparently it's supposed to expand a little bit because it's just silicone. And yeah, It's going on just fine. And there it is. Okay, and there it is, my Groove Life ring, and it does fit really well. So this is a size 8. I wear a size 8.5 in the metal ring, and this feels very comfortable. I guess it's just stretching out to the right size there. We'll see how it wears over time. I did see some YouTube videos where over time they can shrink and harden a little bit. And maybe that just depends on, how wet you get it or how often you clean it or something like that. How much use you put it through. I do prefer to wear my metal ring most of the time. This is basically just for those outings where there's a specific situation where I might not want to put this one in danger. Basically just for, those activities. Again, I'm going to be on a boat. I'm going to have a reason to grab onto a metal railing or something where I could scratch this up or bang it against some other metal, so... this is going to be my preferred choice in those situations. And yeah, I definitely feel like I can comfortably open cards and do opening videos and things with this on versus my metal ring that might run into them. Let me know what you think about Groove Life down in the comments below. I'll put the link to their website down there in the description as well. Thanks for watching, and see you in another video very soon.